This week we rode from Chengdu to Songpan.
And it was all freaking uphill.
Yeah, the whole ride was uphill.
For, what was it, 400 miles? 500?
Miles? No, kilometers.
Kilometers. It was 500 kilometers all the way to the top, though Songpan wasn't quite 500 kilometers there.
We had two friends join us for the first time, which was super exciting.
So, yeah, first time we had anybody to ride with the entire trip.
Besides each other, of course.
Yeah, but it's not really riding with somebody because we're on the same bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friends from Zhuhai joined us, Steve and Sin. It was very nice to have somebody to ride with again.
That's awesome!
What do you know? There's construction in China. Who's shocked? Not me.
So the first town we ended up in on our trip up towards Songpan was Inxio, and this was one of the towns back in 2007?
2008.
2008 that had a massive earthquake. It pretty much destroyed all the roads coming into the area, and there was a big international effort to bring in food and water and whatnot for the people there that were stuck. And there was, we even saw the ruins of the school that collapsed while school was in session.
Yeah,
So,
that was crazy.
Yeah, so the saddest part of that whole thing was all the kids were still in there.
Yeah, so apparently it was a huge, I don't know if scandal, I guess. Like, a lot of schools collapsed in that area due to, I guess, just faulty construction. And so a lot of kids died when that earthquake hit, and it's super sad. I'm not quite sure why they kept the school. Like, the ruins of the school are still there. And it's really kind of, like, spooky and sad to see. Our friend Steve said that it was probably because they couldn't get all the bodies out, and so they just left it there.
Yeah.
Sin was telling us, like, even before we left, that this area, I guess the area is kind of referred to as Wenchuan because that's the big city that was affected in the area. And that was like the one place that she was scared to go. Do you remember her saying that?
Yeah, she didn't want to go to Wenchuan, and we went right through Wenchuan.
Yeah, because of all the ghosts from all the people that died during this massive earthquake. She's very traditional Chinese and believes in ghosts and all sorts of superstitions and things like that. But it was fine. Nothing bad happened. Nobody got haunted by ghosts or anything,
Nope.
so...
Every little bit of land in China is used for farming.
Our way up to Wenchuan from Inxio, it was tunnel after tunnel after tunnel.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so it was quite evident why the roads collapsed and disappeared in an earthquake. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, we rode through a 2.5 kilometer tunnel, followed by a 2.5 kilometer tunnel, followed by
a 4.5
kilometer tunnel. And these were separated by about 200 meters in between them.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like we didn't see daylight for a while.
So much time inside the tunnels, and the tunnels were all uphill, so we were going really slow.
from Canada. Xin is a Chinese national. So Steve has seen, obviously, like, this kind of scenery before in Canada, because I assume it's kind of similar. But Xin had never seen anything like this, and it was really, really cute watching her reaction. She called all the gushing rivers angry water, and she was, like, so wowed and amazed by the big mountains. She'd never seen snow before, and some of the rocky mountaintops, the really high mountains, had snow on them, and she was just, like, so wide-eyed, amazed. Yeah, it was really, really cool. I thought it was a little bit demoralizing, so they showed up on their 2 race bikes with just, like, teeny tiny backpacks on.
Yeah, and they rode like they were on race bikes. And we rode like we were on a heavy, heavy touring bike, nice and slow and just plugging along.
Yeah.
Barely going anywhere.
Yeah, a heavy touring tandem at that. And going uphill on a tandem is always slow, let alone on a touring bike. And then the 2 of them would just race ahead on their race bikes and just end up waiting for us somewhere. So we didn't actually get to ride with them so much, because eventually they would just get bored of going so slow. Understandably. But it was still really nice because we had people to hang out with, eat lunch and dinner with, and just talk to somebody besides each other, because it's just been the 2 of us for over 3 months now.
Pretty much 4 months.
Yeah, almost 4 months now. Our first snow-capped mountain. Teeny tiny bit.
Not really capped.
So the scenery on the way up to Songpan was gorgeous. We had huge views off to the sides of the road. We were just riding up the river valley, and it was big views. We had a detour at one point where they had closed the bridge, and so we had to climb up, and up the side of a mountain on a crappy little side road.
It was gorgeous, though.
Yeah, the views off the side were wonderful.
Yeah.
Man.
Going through a construction zone. Chinese are all out having a picnic because they're all stopped. So funny.
cute. Where are you going?
So we took a day to explore Songpan town. It's a really, really cool, like, traditional architecture styled, like, Tibetan slash ancient Chinese town, I guess you would say. I don't know, it's really cool. It has a super cool vibe. It's really, really beautiful. Most Chinese towns, unfortunately, are just not that interesting, but I thought Songpan was super cool how they kept it in the old style. They still have like the old city wall around the outside of the city that we were able to walk on one night, and you get like really cool views over the town. I think the guy at the hotel that we stayed at said it was built in like the Tang Dynasty or something like that. I don't know if this is accurate, but that's what he was saying. So basically it's 1,000 years old or hundreds and hundreds of years old, this town. So it was really cool. You don't get to see many historic towns in China, so I thought it was super cool to walk around.
Fun, fun.
Justin didn't really care.
Clean your bugs.
Yeah.
Clean your bugs.
那是我大哥的，这是我二哥他们吃来了的。